Hello, I'm USA Today bestselling author Hildie McQueen, and I write medieval Highlander romance as well as American historical romance. And I have been absent for a while. Honestly, it's been a hot mess. First of all, I lost some family members to COVID, which kind of threw me off for a little bit. And then my daughter, who is my youngest daughter, has a uncurable autoimmune disease. So she went through a hard time with that. And then, what else happened? Oh, then I had a COVID scare, so I had to go take a COVID test. And then I messed up my back. And then I had, on top of all that, I had deadlines, and oh my goodness. So then I finally decided I was going to sit down and do a video on my author notebook, and I hit the wrong button and the whole thing did not record. So I'm back and I'm gonna try again. Anyway, all these things at once, they kind of throw you for a loop at times. So my daughter's fine. She just had a temporary relapse and she's back on track now. She has an illness called Behcet's. I can't pronounce it, Behcets, and so that is coupled with a couple of other things. So yeah, sometimes she has flare-ups and it's really, really hard for her. All right, so I have a pile of stuff here, a pile of pretty stuff, and I wanted to kind of show you what I'm using right now. I have been using a notebook that I made for the Clanroth series. I made a notebook that had it had the Clanroth series as well as my other writing projects all at once, and it was just kind of confusing to me. So what I decided to do instead to make it work is I just took one of these large Happy Planner notebooks. You see this here? These rings are like confetti, shimmery, glittery. I bought them on Etsy. And I just put together and separated the notebook that I was using into two notebooks. I got this cover from Etsy as well. I just thought it was so pretty. And they also put my name on top. So these are 8.5 by 11, so I can just print out the full-size page for these. And I divided, one is my Clanroth series. And so what I have in here is the release dates, what I have to write for when. And I have all the information that I may need for that series, like the overall arc for the series. I have pictures of my muses for the heroes and heroines. Then I list every single character and what they're like, their accents, how they speak, their personalities, just a note about every single character. And this was helpful when they're being made into audiobooks so that the actress or actor that's doing the book can kind of relate or say, okay, I'm going to speak for this guy, what's he like, that kind of thing. So that goes on some more. I actually have to add more characters because I wrote another book that added more characters. So that's what these pages are, a list of every character. I printed this from the internet, and it's food and drink and life in a Scottish castle during medieval times because I needed some information. So I decided, so I don't have to keep going back to the website, I just printed it out. On the other side of the paper is food. So I have on here the types of jobs there were, life in the castle, food and drink, and then more food. Then here's a list of common Scottish surnames, last names. And that's the same thing. And then over here is a more list of last names. I just decided to print this in case sometimes you're in a hurry and you have to find a last name. Sometimes I will close my eyes and go like this Oh, okay, they're gonna be a Macmillan. Because there's just so many names and characters that you, after a while, you're like, I don't know what to name people anymore. What is this last page? This one is just an overview of what a keep would look like, or a castle. So I printed that out and put it in here. A lot of the stuff you guys have already seen, like my map of where my stories are centered about, and so I kind of know the locations of where everything is. Right now, the one I'm writing starts off here, ends up here. The last one I wrote started here, ended up here. So yeah, this is the main area. The first 3 books in the Clanroth series were all like up here, and then the next 2 are down here, and the last one's just gonna end up back up here. And this is a picture that tells me where everything was located back in the days of the castles, like, you know, what everything was called, that kind of stuff. And then I also have the cover of each book, sorry for the glare, the blurb, and some pictures that I used for reference. And here's the second one that's also, and also has the reference for this book. Like I said, the blurb and any pictures and any notes. Most of the notes for these stories are, I'll show you in a minute. So Hellish Highlander has a lot more notes because I outlined this book. So mainly because the first 2 books, they came pretty easy. By the time I get to the 3rd book, I'm trying to, you know, tie loose ends and stuff like that. This was supposed to be the last book in the series, but then I contracted for 3 more. And that's where this one comes in. And this is the one that released this week that I'm recording this. And once again, I had to start with, as if I'm writing a new series, so I had to start with the hero, heroine, what is going to be happening, and this is, I don't outline, so I don't have an outline for that one. And then also, this is my edits I got back from my editor, and then it's just doodles here, the notes that make sense only to me. This is the next one. Nobody else has seen this cover yet. Let's see if you guys, if I can get you a look at the last 2 covers that nobody has seen yet. So this is the one I just finished writing. I'm in the middle of doing rewrites and edits. And here is a little bit of the notes for that one. And I did do a little bit of outlining for it. And then the last one, more notes, because this one takes place in a totally different clans, so I had to have more information, like their clan colors and their crests and stuff like that, because it takes place at another different clan. So that's why I have all this other stuff for it. The last book starts off with the same clan, but then goes back to Clanroth, and I love this cover. He is really hot, and he's an archer, and I've always liked to write stories about archers. So, and his name is Ewan. And so then I have Ewan and Catriona's story that I'm about to start. And I think I'm going to have to outline a lot of this one. So then I just have blank pieces of paper, my contract is in the back. And then I'm going to be writing a, what do you call it, a spin-off series that's going to take place in the Hebrides Islands. And I do have the covers, but I'm not going to show them yet because I'm not sure about them. And then in the very back, there's really nothing there. So this is a notebook that is just for the Clanroth series. Okay, the next notebook here is the one where I'm keeping every other book that I'm writing. So it's also 8.5 by 11 size. It is got the covers, the cover and back cover I got from, I'm trying to remember, I can't remember the name of the shop, but I will link it down below if you want to order some. You can order it in this size or in the, I also ordered it in the 8.5, in the 9 by 7 for the A5 planner. So, because I really like this art so much. that I had to get it in 2 formats. All right, so this book is my writing notebook, but mostly it's just for the actual books. It's not my general book, it's just from whatever I'm writing. So in the very front I have my schedule that's already changed. I keep changing my mind on what I'm doing next year. This is a book that's going to be coming out next week. It's a Christmas story. This is a book that'll be coming out in November. Another Christmas story. And I do have notes for that one. Actually outlined it, sorta. That's my outline. The first 3 chapters, and then I winged it from there. I have a description of my characters, pictures and music for the characters and for the house, then where the story's taking place. This is a book that already came out. Actually, this is not the cover of the book. This story is part of an anthology, and I am considering these characters to be the kickoff for another series, so I kept a lot of notes on it. It was outlined. Some books I outline, some I don't. A character list for that one. And the muse pictures for the Kitchen Maid's Tale. It's a romantic comedy based in medieval times. This is a cover for a anthology that I will be writing in. I'm thinking that's going to be my title, but I'm not sure yet. And so that's what this is what this writing notebook is. I think the rest of it is just blank paper for when I want to print things out and put them in the front. So that's all that's in here, is what I'm currently working on that has nothing to do with Clanroth's series. Okay, so this notebook that I'm going to show you next is a book that I made from a happy planner. And you buy the happy planner. So for example, I bought this happy planner, not this one, but and then I took out all the insides out and used the cover and some of the months to make this. So I think it's very useful. I've only just started using it, so I'm gonna not tell you that that it's very useful, but it's a great idea to me because it's a combination of lists, calendar, social media tracker, and also planner at the same time. So let me tell you how this will work, and then hopefully you guys will like the idea and run with it and make it something that'll work for you. So this has nothing to do with the last 2 that I just showed you. This one is where I keep my to-do lists and things like that. So in the very front, I have this divider that I got from an old happy planner because I really like the saying, "You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." So in the very front, I have a list of work tasks that are like my brain dump, I guess you would say, all the stuff that I know that I have to work on. So this paper you can buy loose leaf from Michael's or any of those places. I'm trying to see. It comes in many different colors and many different styles, and you can buy this, and I think a pack is like $4, but you can always use a coupon. So that's what I used to print this stuff on. The following one, I have a daily breakdown of what I do on a daily basis for the week. And a friend of mine had asked me for my schedule, and I said, okay, no problem. So I typed it up and sent it to her, and then I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to keep a copy for myself. So it kind of tells you what I do on a daily basis. I guess I can tell you guys. In the mornings, you do check my email, post on Facebook. I do a picture of my teacup every morning, check in some groups, and check my sales stats. I do that every morning. Check in some groups, I mean go to Facebook to specific groups. On Monday, I go to my reader group, and I post on here what I share. I write for 3 hours or until I get to whatever my goal is. Usually my goal is 3,000 words. I do some marketing and admin tasks for 1 to 2 hours, and then during my breaks I do, Mondays I usually change my bed linens and do laundry. Tuesday is my promo day for whatever's releasing or whatever book I've decided to promote. write for 3 hours, film and prepare a video for YouTube. That's what I am hoping to be done with, but I filmed this video. I'm filming this on a Thursday, so anyway. And then every other Tuesday I meet with my pastor's wife for lunch. Or else we do twice a month, I guess is what I should say. On Wednesday is my busy social media day because I visit a ton of groups. And it's my hump day, and I write for less than, I usually write less because I have a Zoom call at 1 o'clock. I'm trying to make it my goal to have my word count done by 1, but it's kind of pushing it. And then my YouTube is supposed to be going live on Wednesdays. And then I check in with author groups. I have a list of all my author groups that I check in with. And then on Thursdays, it's another promo day. So my promo days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I have everything else I do. And then Friday I post again, make sure I post in my reader group. I try to go there more than twice a week, but I make sure I go on Mondays and Fridays. And then it's pretty much a repeat of Monday. Then I have my writing schedule again, and what I plan to do every month. You know, the other list I showed you guys pretty much. Excuse me. The other list I show you pretty much has like release and write kind of thing. But this one goes more into, I know that I have to do rewrites and outlines, that kind of stuff. And then I have a list of home tasks that I want to get done, personal tasks I should say. You know, like clean the guest room closet and clean out the bathroom drawers, that kind of stuff. I have a list of daily, weekly, and monthly to-dos. These are something I really need to go back to and recheck on occasion to make sure that I am doing it. For example, if you have ads, you want to go there daily to check your cost per click and see how your ads are doing. Some people go weekly. When I have ads running, I like to go every day and that kind of stuff. So yeah, you need to make a list of your daily tasks, your weekly tasks, and your monthly goals, things that you know you have to do but you don't always remember, so that you can have this, so you can go through it and see where you're at. Oh, that's a repeat of that. Then I have a couple blank things. So that was my section on work tasks. The next section is notes, and when I'm checking my email or think of something, I just write it in this area. I was talking to some friends and they were talking about categories and how you can add categories to your books, and so I wrote a note to check into that. So yeah, the rest of it is pretty much blank. Then the next section is the section on lists. And here, these dividers you can get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And I have a list of ad sites that I haven't used in a long time. But, you know, like BookBub, Bookzone, Robin Reads, Bargain Booksy, those kind of, I wonder if the prices are still right. I need to go back and check. Then I have my bucket list. And then I have a list of my books, all my books that I have written. It probably needs to be updated. I'm not going to show the next list. It's a list of my Christmas list, but I think I wrote down some things I'm getting. Then here I have a list of birthdays. I want to type this up, but I just have been too lazy to do it. So I have the month and then every day whose birthdays it is. So yeah, they're not even in order. So I really want to type this up, but I haven't had time. So that is January through July, and then on this side is August through December. So that's my list section. And then this section is my calendar section. And so what I did for this section is that this planner that I bought, I just take out the months that I took out 3 months worth. So I took out October, November, and December and put them in here. And then I'll be using these, and I can always, once they're filled out, I can put them back in the planner. So I just kind of have an overview of the month. And then I started this. I just started it, so I kind of decorated, but didn't really do too much here. Here I'm kind of just doing an overview of the big things I have to do that day. I'm not putting down every little task in here, but pretty much just like I know that I have the release today, I have to promote it, you know, that kind of stuff. So, and then, so in the month, I'm just gonna kind of have an overview, but I'm gonna show you what I did that I think works a lot better than this. So after December, when the year ends, I have a divider, and here I have a typical month. So this was a month spread that I just, because the planner started like in July, which had already passed, so you pull out the month and I just covered all the dates, and then I whited out the numbers or used washi, and then I put down what I typically do in a month, so I can just flip to this page, which I need to put a clip on so I can know to go to it. Let me see, I have some clips here. I need to mark this. Oh, I can't get it out. I have this really cute clip here. I need to just put this clip on here, so I know that just come here and I can just look at it and go, okay, looks like today's the second Thursday, so the main thing I need to worry about is promo. It's the 4th week of the month. I gotta send out my newsletter, make sure that's done. Depending on the day is what I have going on. That's my main focus. Reader groups and reader on Mondays, reader engagement on Fridays, promo on Tuesdays and Thursdays, my author call, YouTube and Hunk Day on Wednesdays. What else do I have here? Review the deadlines and schedule for the next month. Do fun posts on Sundays. Up here I also have at the beginning of the month to review my website for any updates, and tracks the numbers of likes and follows. One Facebook live, which I put down on the 2nd Saturday. So this I love this idea because it kind of does keep me on track. So right now I'm on this week, and I did promo today, and this makes you not feel so overwhelmed. I know that you also have to go back over to, you know, real life back here and say things like, let me go here, and today also I have a release, and then I also had to write 1,000 words on a new WIP, my new work in progress. So I can put that here, or I can put it here and, you know, put a list of what exactly I need to do, like a couple things for the day. But when I look at the month back here, I can say, okay, my main focus is this. And I hope I'm making sense. So that's why I think this is really cool. And then I broke it down further, which I don't use this one as much because it really doesn't have any more additional information, but what this is my basic week at a glance. So I can see here that my heavier writing days, my lighter writing days, and my days that I run errands typically, that kind of stuff, you know. So this is what a typical week for me looks like. And I just did this one just to see how I liked it, but I don't know, I think it's kind of cool to look at, but I'm not sure that I'll use that. I use this a lot. So as much as I like looking at this, I don't know if I would recommend you do this. I definitely recommend you do the month at a glance though. Definitely recommend you do this. All right, and then something that I just started doing, which I think is really cool, and these dividers are all part of one set, by the way, is these Get Social pages. I don't recommend that you buy this insert. This is a good idea for people, I think, that are big on social media, but I only track my members and group people maybe once a month. So what this is like, people are tracking their post and number of comments per post and that kind of stuff, which I don't really do, but it's a good idea if you want to do it. But you can buy the social media tracker pack at Michaels or Hobby Lobby or online from a Happy Planner. But anyway, I just have the account like my reader group, my Instagram, my BookBub, and my YouTube. And then I list how many followers or members, subscribers I have. I just kind of started tracking it. So I think this is a good idea also. And then lastly, I have this section. I don't know what else to call this. I just called it writing plans, but it is my inspiration from the HB90 by Sarah Cannon, and I just have my ideal day, what I see my ideal day being like, and then I have a vision board. So that has my work, my home, my life, my just numbers. You know, like this is like how many books a year I like to release. If it was the way I want it right now, I release a lot more than 4 a year. Oh, then I don't know what else to say about this. You know, you guys pretty much know what a vision board is. And then in the back, I just have some more empty papers and just some random notes. But you can pretty much make this the way you want it, make it how it would work for you. If you have any ideas, right now I use my Passion Planner for my weekly plans, but I think the rest of the things in this planner I usually have it open to this page here, like this, and that way I can take notes if I'm talking to somebody or reading email. But then like I said, I like turning back here to this here to check and make sure that I'm on track. So I do check this a lot. I don't know about the planning portion yet, if it's going to be something that I use a lot, mainly because I already plan in my other planner. But I think if you don't have a planner, and you can use this as your planner/author notebook. So I think you guys will hopefully get some ideas from my current set of 3 notebooks that I am using. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Bye.